Hello and welcome to Big Orbit's unboxing video of the new Yu-Gi-Oh set, Flames of Destruction. My name is James and today I'll be going through this box and showing you what's inside, hopefully getting some nice good rare cards. Let's start this off and open this up. Right, so off the bat we have some Trickstar Night Sage. Shade. Sorry. Mech Knight Avram, Kaiden Kendo Spirit, Firefighting Derumadol, Element Saber Lapaula. So once per turn, when a spell or trap card is activated, quick effect, you can send one Element Saber monster from your hand to the graveyard, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy it. Once per turn, if this card is in your graveyard, you can declare one attribute. This card is in the graveyard. Oh, sorry. This card in your graveyard becomes the attribute until the end of the turn. So this is a super rare. And Flower Guardian Moonflower Viewing, Goki Bear Hug, VENDREAD Evolution, and World Legacy's Nightmare. Mamin Maki, Space Insulator, World Legacy's Corruption, Goki Octo Stretch, FA Dawn Dragster, Nightmare Phoenix, so you can link summon it by two monsters with different names. If this card is link summoned, you can discard one card then target one spell or trap card your opponent controls, destroy it. Then, if this card was co-linked, when this card's effect is activated, you can draw one card. You can only use the effect of Nightmare Phoenix once per turn. Co-linked monsters you control cannot be destroyed by battle, which is very, very nice. Insecta Picofalena. It's been a long time since I've seen Insectas. Link Streamer, and Waking the Dragon. So Tindangle Trinity, Medolce Fresh Sistart, FA Dead Heat, FA Winners, Element Saber Nalu. Once per turn you can send one Element Saber monster from your hand to the graveyard, then target one Element Saber or Element Lord monster in your graveyard except Element Saber Nalu, add it to your hand once per turn. If this card is in your graveyard, you can declare one attribute. This card in the graveyard becomes the attribute until the end of the turn. And Boycotton, Staring Contest, Altergeist Emolaftelf, and then Moonflower Viewing again. The awkward one. There we go. So, Trickstar Nightshade, Restoration of the Monarchs, VENDREAD Nightmare, Mamin Maki, Backup Operator, Wind Up Zen Maintenance. So 2 wind up monsters. If this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can target one wind up Xyz monster you control, attach this card to it as a material, then you can only use each of the following effects of Wind Up Zen Maintenance once per turn. If this card is link summoned, you can add one wind up monster from your deck to your hand. You can banish one face-up wind-up monster you control face down, special summon one monster from your deck with the same name as that card you had on the field. And Yajiro Invader, Goki Bear Hug, and VENDREAD Evolution. Three Trolling Trolls, Triangle Trinity, Medolce Fresh Sistart, Trickstar Bouquet, Link Bond, so it's a quick spell, and target one link monster you control or in your graveyard, return it to the extra deck, and if you do, draw cards equal to the link rating. Then place cards from your hand to the bottom of your deck in any order equal to the number of cards you drew. You can only activate one link bond once per turn. And then we have Trickstar Bloom, Transfamilia, World Legacy's Nightmare, Element Saber, Aina. Defrag Dragon, Gurgon's End, Kaiden Kendo Spirit, Element Saber Malo, the Sanctified Dark Lord, Elemental Training. Your opponent cannot target Palace of the Element of the Lords. You control with cards. Sorry, cannot target Palace of the Element Lords. You control with card effects. Also, it cannot be destroyed by card effects. Once per turn, you contribute one monster, special summon one Element Saber monster from your deck with a different original attribute than that monster's. You can send one face-up card from the field to the graveyard, discard your entire hand, then add one Element Lord monster from your graveyard to your hand, equal to the number of cards discarded. Then we have Background Dragon, Limit Core, Link Streamer, Restoration of the Monarchs, 3 Trolling Trolls, Altergeist Kidolga, Nightmare Mermaid, Nightmare Phoenix, Batteryman Solar, Insector Pico, Altergeist Pixiel, and Cybersoul Cyclone. Shadow Construct, Madolche Fresh Start, Watch Cat, Vendread Nightmare, FA Winners, Element Saber Lapole. Did we already? Yeah, use the first one. Crystal Master, Trickstar Mandrake, Staring Contest. And Called by the Grave, Kaiden Kendo Spirit, Gurgon's End, FA Dark Dragster, Super Team Buddy Force Unite. Target one face-up monster on the field, special summon one monster from your hand or graveyard, with the same name and original type as with the same original type as that monster's, but with a different original name. If this card is in its owner's spell or trap zone is destroyed by an opponent's card effect, you can send one Super Team Buddy Force Unite directly from your hand to your spell or trap zone. Then Link Streamer, Transfamilia, Goki Bear Hug, and Moonflower Viewing. World Legacy's Corruption, Called by the Grave, Trickstar Nightshade, Trickstar Light Arena, Goki the Master Ogre, so 2 Goki monsters. Once per turn, a quick effect, you can return to the hand any number of Goki monsters you control that this card points to, and then target the same number of face-up cards your opponent controls. They have their effects negated until the end of the turn. This card can attack all monsters your opponent controls at once. If your opponent controls a face-up monster, this card can only target their monster with the highest attack for attacks. So, and then Element Saber Aina, a Yajiro Invader, Protron, and Trickstar Mandrake. Tindangle Trinity, Prompt Thorn, Altergeist Kidolga, 3 Trolling Trolls, Nightmare Mermaid, Nightmare Cerberus, so 2 monsters with different names. If this card is link summoned, you can discard 1 card and then target 1 special summoned monster in your opponent's main monster zone, destroy it. Then if this card is co-linked with this effect was activated, you can draw 1 card. You can only use this effect of Nightmare Cerberus once per turn. Co-linked monsters you control cannot be destroyed by card effects. Then Vendread Daybreak, Revendread Evolution, and Transfamilia. Space Insulator, Element Saber Malo, Defrag Dragon, Mech Knight Avram. Backup Operator. Wind Up Zen Maintenance. Limit Cooled. Background Dragon. Crystal Conclave. Some nice crystal beast support. Gorgon's End. Goki Octo Stretch. FA Dead Heat. Sorry. World Legacy Awakens. La Poila. Trickstar Bloom. Aina. World Legacy's Nightmare. Batteryman Solar. Shadow Construct. Prompt Thorn. Monster Reborn. Goki Face Turn. World Legacy Sorrow. So this is a counter trap. When your opponent activates a spell or trap or monster effect while you control a co-linked monster, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy that card. You can only activate one World Legacy's Sorrow per turn. Trickstar Bloom, VENDREAD Daybreak, Trickstar Mandrake, and Link Streamer. FA Dead Heat, Watch Cat, Mame Maki, Malo, World Legacy World Lance, Trickstar Bella Madonna. 2 Trickstar monsters. While this linked summoned card points to no monsters, it is unaffected by other cards. Activated effects. Other cards' activated effects. If this card points to no monsters, you can inflict 200 points of damage to your opponent for each Trickstar monster in your graveyard with a different name. You can only activate the effect of Trickstar Bella Madonna once per turn. Altergeist Pixiel, Cybersal Cyclone, and Altergeist Amalatel. Cooled by the Grave, Element Saber Malo, Crystal Keeper, Tindangle Trinity, FA Overheat, Trickstar Rodode. You can discard one Trickstar card, then target one Trickstar Link monster in your graveyard, special summon it. You can only use this effect of Trickstar Rodode once per turn. Each time a card is banished from your opponent's graveyard, immediately inflict 200 points of damage to your opponent for each card banished. Altergeist Emerald, Protron, and Crystal Master. Get some room. Red-haired Hasty Horse, World Legacy's Corruption, VENDREAD Nightmare, Nightmare Mermaid, Element Saber La Poila Mana. You can send 2 other monsters from your hand to the graveyard, special summon this card from your hand. You can only use the effect of Elemental Saber La Poila Mana once per turn. Apply the following effects to Element Saber and Element Saber Lord monsters you control, depending on the original attributes of any Element Saber monster you sent to the graveyard to activate this card's effect. Earth and Wind cannot be destroyed by battle. Wind and Fire, or Water or Fire, cannot be destroyed by effects, and Light or Dark, your opponent cannot target it with card effects. And then VENDREAD Evolution, Transfamiliar, and Limit Code. Oh, and Trickstar Mandrake. Space Insulator, Goki Octoslash, Prompt Thorn, Defrag Dragon, VENDREAD Anima, Palace of the Elemental Lords. So all monsters you control gain attack and defense equal to the number of different attributes in your graveyard times 200. Once per turn you can add one Element Saber monster from your deck to your hand, but skip the battle phase of your next turn. Even if this card leaves the field. Once per turn, if an Element Saber monster in your hand or field would be sent to would send a card to the hand of the graveyard to activate the effect, you can send that many Element Saber monsters from your deck to the graveyard instead, which is amazing considering all those discards that the cards have. And really sets up the deck nicely. Trickstar Nightshade, excuse me, Crystal Keeper, Mama Maki, Kaiden World Legacy Struggle, Nightmare Cerberus, Background Dragon, Altergeist Emelachtelf, and Moonflower Viewing. Shadow Construct, Goki Octastretch, Vendread Nightmare, Firefighting Daruma Doll. Ooh, okay, Topologic Trisbane. So 2+ effect monsters. If a monster or special summon is special summoned to a zone this card points to, banish as many of those monsters as possible. Also, as many spell traps on the field as possible, and if you do, inflict 500 points of damage to your opponent for each card that was banished by this effect. Now, very easy to pull off thanks to the 2 effect monsters, and I don't know, maybe I guess that could work in what's it called? Trickstars, because it would be just adding to the direct damage you'd be dealing to your opponent. And Staring Contest. Restoration of the Monarchs, Defrag Dragon, Called by the Grave, Prompt Thorn, Heartless Drop-Off, Goki the Master Ogre, World Legacy's Nightmare, Crystal Conclave, and Cybersal Cyclone. World Legacy's Corruption, Trickstar Nightshade, Space Insulator, Goki Face Turn, Link Bound, Limit Code, Element Saber Aina, Yajiro, Waking the Dragon, Mech Knight Avram, Altergeist Kidolga, Medolce Fresh Sister, Watch Cat, World Lance, Nightmare Goblin. So 2 monsters with different names. If this card is link summoned during your turn, you can discard 1 card. If this card was co-linked, when this card's effect was activated, you can draw 1 card. During your main phase, this turn, you can normal summon 1 monster from your hand to a zone this card points to, in addition to your normal summon. Oh, sorry about that. You can only apply the effects of Nightmare Goblin once per turn. Neither player can co-link monsters you control with card effects. Then Vendread Daybreak, Link's Streamer, and Moonflower Viewing. I think I just need to quickly take a drink. Yeah, that's better. Okay, this is the last pack. So let's see what we get. So, Kaiden Kendo Spirit, Restoration of the Monarchs, Defrag Dragon, Heartless Drop-Off, Rainbow Refraction. So it's a quick spell. If a monster you control whose original name is Rainbow Dragon or Rainbow Dark Dragon, activate its effects this turn. Special summon any number of Crystal Beeps monsters with different names from your deck. Now it is pretty hard to get Rainbow Dragon out a lot of the time, but this will definitely make him a lot more worthwhile. Just being able to fill your field up. I mean, you get a similar effect with the, there's a spell card, Crystal Abundance or something like that. You get a similar effect with that, but it also depends on what stage of the game you're in, really. And Crystal Conclave, and Batteryman Solar. So that is everything from this box. Remember that everything you see here can be bought and sold on bigobitcards.co.uk. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. If you are interested in any other Yu-Gi-Oh! Unboxings, we haven't done any for a long time, but we will continue to do them more frequently in the future. So be sure to look out for those when they come out. So I hope to see you next time. Bye.